Hi folks, Paul Thompson from Twang Tuition here, and a very warm welcome to this week's tutorial. Something a little bit different for you this week. I hope you enjoy it. A while ago, Alison sent a request in saying, can you do an acoustic version of Rihanna's Love the Way You Lie? Now, when it was released as a single, it featured Eminem, but Rihanna's done a solo version with just her vocal and piano. And what I'm aiming to do with this tutorial is to emulate the piano with some finger picking. It does sound really good. I mean, the song's just phenomenal, and it works really well on acoustic. It is finger style. Okay, I've worked you a little finger pattern out. Also, some strumming using your fingers and your thumb. The chords are dead simple. They're just around 4 chords, well 5 chords. E minor, C, G, D, and then there's an A minor there in the middle 8. So really quite doable if you're relatively new to guitar. And don't forget, if you're brand new to guitar, if you just picked it up, check out my online beginner's guitar course. 26 lessons covers right the way from the very basics, covering all the important techniques to take you forward as a guitarist. So check that out. Website's on here. So thanks for that, Alison. It is a great version, this. I hope you enjoy it. And here we go with Love the Way You Lie by Rihanna. Okay, well, here we go. And the first thing to say then, if you're going to play along with the Rihanna version, is that we capo it at the 3rd fret. And there's basically only 5 chords in total in this tune. The main verses and the choruses carry the same 4 chords in the same sequence all the way through, and there's just one extra chord in the middle 8 section. So the chords are the 4 main chords: E minor, to C, to G, and to D. But I'm playing the D with my thumb over on the 2nd fret on the bottom string, which is usually written as D/F sharp or D with an F sharp bass. And what we're aiming to do with this song is emulate the piano as closely as possible on an acoustic guitar. And the version that I've got here, I think works great. Now, there's no intro, so the guitar comes straight in over the vocal. Now, what I'm doing on the first couple of lines, okay, is just plucking 4 strings together on each chord. Okay, so I'm using my thumb on the root note and my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers on the strings. Pretty much, I'm playing the root note with my thumb, and I'm plucking with my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. So I'm not going to really go on to the top string yet until we get into the picking properly, just because it gives it just a bit more depth. Okay, to C, to G, to D with the F sharp, and I'm going to repeat that through. Just add a couple of little notes in there with my 1st and 2nd fingers if you wish. Okay, you just repeat the plucking action for the first 2. Now, we're going to come in then with the picking sequence. Now, to begin with, I'm plucking 2 strings, the root note and the 2nd string together, using my thumb and my 3rd finger. Now, I'm counting there 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it doesn't really matter which strings you're picking in any order. But I'll talk you through the order that I'm picking those in. So 2nd and bottom string, 2nd and 6th string together. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so you can see the picking action. I'm picking equal quavers all the way through, and it just creates that kind of piano chord effect. Okay, so that's 2nd and 6th string, 4th and 3rd string, top string, 3rd, 2nd string, 3rd string, and that can repeat through. The only thing that changes is the root of the chord. Like I say, you can change that order of strings of the picking, as long as you get the timing right. Then that's the main thing. Sometimes I'm picking a different sequence. It sounds pretty much exactly the same, and repeat that through. I think it's 4 times. And the last time. Hold on the D and the F sharp. Now, for the chorus, I'm going to go into a strumming pattern. Now, I'm not going to use a plectrum because we're going to go back into the picking sequence for the next verse. So I'm basically using my fingers and my thumb. General rule, I'm brushing down my fingers through with the down strokes and coming back up with my thumb on the up strokes. That's what works for me. I know some people use the fleshy part of the fingers for the up strokes as well. That's fine, whatever suits you. Now, another interesting chord which you could play is the C with a G bass there. So if you notice, changing the C slightly, put my third finger up on the G bass note there, my little finger underneath on the C root note. Just gives it a bit more depth. And round again 4 times for the chorus. Back into another verse, and so forth. After this, I believe it's after the second chorus, we're going to a middle 8. Maybe I think the lyrics, maybe I'm a masochist. E minor to A minor. Three times. Fourth time, E minor to D, and back round E minor. Just single strums then. Nice little drop down in changing dynamic there. Nice and quiet, and then into the last chorus. There you have it. So three basic ways of playing the same chords, and like I said, you can experiment with the finger picking pattern, but some nice different ways of playing through those 4 chords, and I think it works beautifully, emulating that piano sound. Well, there we go. Many thanks for joining me once again. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already for the weekly tutorials, and follow us on all the social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Thanks very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.